Hey fellas, welcome to my playthrough of Class Reunion Chat Room. First of all, this song kicks ass. I was not expecting to hear something like this when playing a horror game, but I dig it. It's cool. It starts off in this settings menu, and I think everything sounds fantastic, so I'm just gonna hit confirm, and it's gone. Okay. I already miss it, but it's fine. This game is free on Steam. So I didn't pay anything for it, but the reviews were interesting, to say the least. It's like you can never really trust Steam for anything, right? But the review section is almost like a YouTube comment section. Not mine, but you know what I mean. It's full of just people who've played for approximately 6 minutes and they just say this game is ass, or they put a Bible verse. I don't know what John 3:16 has to do with anything, but maybe we'll find out. Anyway, let's play. Press space to advance the story. Type the gray pre-written text into the chat box if Amy is responding, and press the send button or enter to send it. Alternatively, you can press the double arrow button to autofill the text. Oh, okay, so there's like a lazy mode. I'm cool with not doing that. I'll type. I can type. This game features descriptions of violence, gore, and animal cruelty. Okay, so there's your warning. The story is a warning. Alright, the whole thing. You could be next. Sometimes I wonder why they keep the convenience stores open that long. It's convenient. Just like last night and the night before, barely any customers came. Oh, okay, we work there. Then yeah, it's not so convenient. Whatever. As long as I get paid. It's got to be like 95% of the workforce right there. Looks like it started raining right when I got home. Guess I was lucky. Can't open the window and let fresh air in without getting my laptop wet, though. This is a great view, by the way, from your apartment. Like, I can't see behind it, but I see the skyscrapers and stuff. That's nice. Sigh. Alright. How should I kill time tonight? It's 2 a.m. And you only have 2 applications, email and full chat. The big disadvantage of being awake when everyone else was asleep was that I had no one to chat with after getting home. Sometimes I'd play random games I'd find on the internet or watch some movie. Unproductive stuff. Which is probably a bad habit considering I still haven't figured out what direction to take my life in. You know, I feel like that's such a common sentiment in this generation. It's like if you have a regular job, you're just purposeless. And I don't know what makes us think that way. My uneducated guess is that it's a mixture of social media and maybe just like social groups in general. Like if you're a garbage guy, like a garbage truck driver or something, you just automatically assume that you're not as good as someone else. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I've always admired people that have been able to do one thing and one thing really well. But, you know, I guess that's just an uncommon viewpoint. Let me put on some music first. This is the perfect soundtrack for a chill, rainy night. An email? I barely ever get any emails. The store manager usually contacts me via SMS and my friends via full chat. That is such a non-human thing to say. I don't think I've ever said SMS in my life. Huh. It's an email by Blaze Marktree. I hadn't heard that name in forever. Who the fuck is Blaze Marktree? Blaze is an old classmate of mine. He was the smartest in our grade. No, probably the whole school. Oh shit. He also generally kept people at arm's length. I barely knew anything about him because of that. Why was he sending me an email? Well, this is a huge red flag. Blaze reminds me of Blastoise. I don't know. Dear Amy Waterfield, my name is Blaze Marktree. What a badass name. Sorry, you might remember me from our shared time at school. Recently, a couple of past classmates and I decided that it would be a great idea to catch up with everyone. This might serve as a great opportunity to reforge connections and to learn more about the paths everyone has taken. Ideally, this could result in an in-person reunion in the future. I've linked an invitation to a group chat that we created and invited all classmates to below. Note that you will need to install a free piece of chat software called Full Chat to participate. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Yours sincerely, Blaze Marktree. Sorry, I just can't get over that name. Alright, Blaze. It's a very sus thing that you sent me. I can't imagine being someone reading this and then wanting to have anything to do with it, to be honest. But I guess I'm weird. This email was oddly formal for an invitation to a class reunion chat. The way Blaze had worded it made it seem more like a business opportunity. And you know what? That's probably what I would have thought too. I would have thought something like, oh, pyramid scheme. Let me get out of here. Either way, this sounded like a great idea. God damn it, Amy. The only person I'd kept in touch with since leaving school was my best friend Liv. Generally, I did enjoy my time at school, and most people in my class were pretty good. Pretty good? Pretty cool. They were pretty cool, not pretty good. I'd also love to know what they're currently doing. Maybe they could give me some ideas for my future. Oh, I'm sure they can't wait to give you plenty of ideas for your future. Alright, it's settled. Time to join the group chat. Not that anyone would be online at this time of night. Seems like 3 other people aside from me have joined the chat so far. Blaze. Someone called Gigi? Heart? And someone called Mike? Make? Oh, Blaze is writing something. Seems like he is still awake after all. Hello, Amy. It's nice to see you here. You're one of the first to join this group chat aside from us 3, who came up with the idea for this class reunion project. The purpose of this group chat is to catch up with our past classmates and to reforge connections. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns. I have one big one. You're the only one I know who writes such long paragraphs in full chat. And wasn't all of that information already in your email? What is that face known as? How do you describe this face? It's like a sarcastic face, I guess, or like a duh. I'll call it duh face for now. Yeah. We have class reunion, Liv, and Mum. Those are our only friends. Or Amy's only friends, not ours. We have way more friends. Blaze. It never hurts to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Also, I would recommend spelling it email, as it is a compound made up of the words electronic and mail. You don't write e-business or e-learning either, do you? Fuck this guy. This guy is bad news. GG. Anyway, it's nice to meet you again, Amy. Yeah, ignore this idiot. Nice to meet you as well. I had to type that in. I'm exposing my typing abilities now. Oh no, no way I didn't type that in right. I'm not fully sure whose name belongs to who, though. Blaze, I told you using your full name as your chat name, or at least your first name. Oh, he made a typo. At least your first name, just like Amy, would make things a lot easier. But Gigi sounds way cuter. Teddy bear face, I guess? Anyway, I'm Angie. I don't even know what the fuck that's supposed to be. We hung out one time, if you still remember. Now that she mentioned it, we did hang out once. We weren't particularly close, though. Angie was someone who got along with everyone in our class, and who was always surrounded by a bunch of other girls. It was the same when we went shopping. She invited me directly, and I wasn't sure how to decline. I initially assumed we would go with a few people, but we ended up going as a group of 15. Hanging out with so many people at once was a bit much. I didn't dislike Angie, though. I think I'd genuinely enjoy hanging out with her one-on-one. That's such a, introverted thing to say. I'm not good with people, but you and me, yeah, we could hang out. Blaze, and you might know Mike as Mike. Don't mind his frequent typographical errors. You'll have to get used to them. Listen, Blaze, I'm the kind of guy that screenshots his friends' typos and then brings them up when they correct me, okay? I'm that kind of guy, so don't you fucking dare. Hello. He's a bit shy, but he'll open up to you in no time. Teddy bear face again? Dude, I was typing and it didn't even register. Alright, this game is rigged. Hi, Mike. I'm not sure, but I don't think we interacted much during our time at school. Did we? Did me? You don't get to comment on my typing abilities. Any comment I see gets immediately banned. Mike, I don't think so. Alright, maybe Blaze had a point. Oh, no. See, he corrected it. It's fine. Mike didn't have too big of a presence, so I'm not surprised that you don't remember him. Oh my god, Blaze. You're useless. Only because he was shy, though. He was really good at sports. If he had been less timid, he would have likely been very popular. Lusty teddy bear face. I'm typing. I swear I'm typing. Is that the klick? I guess so. You three seem close. Were you friends back in school? I didn't remember seeing them hanging out together. Blaze, kind of. It was Angie's fault. GG. Don't make it sound like a bad thing. Angry face. I noticed that Blaze and Mike always hung out alone, and so I befriended them. We ended up hanging out frequently, and our friendship lasted beyond school. Teddy bear with a heart face. Mike, I wasn't good at making friends. Blaze, I probably would have been fine alone, but it was still nice to have people I could share my thoughts with. Aww. Teddy bear face, heart. Everything is just, you know what? Anytime I say emoji, just assume it's some dumb GG shit. Blaze. It was, by the way, also Angie's idea to create this group reunion chat. Mike and I ended up being dragged into it. Angie tends to be pretty disorganized, so I figured they'd need me to handle the administrative side. And I guess reforging contacts, just in case they come in handy later, isn't a bad idea either. Yeah, you would be looking for connections. Everything's numbers in your brain, huh, Blaze? Mike. I joined because I was hoping that I could get to know my classmates properly since I missed out on that when I was still in school. Good guy Mike over here. I noticed that you became more outgoing recently, Mike. I think that's great. Emoji. So what have you all been up to after leaving school? Man, can I just say this is like a really weird chat? Like, I know I'm not commenting on it much, but who wouldn't feel really weird about this? I don't know. She answered immediately. GG, I'll start, emoji. This might come as a bit of surprise, but I've been working in software development. What? Really? In 2023? This was a surprise indeed. Angie was very open about herself to anyone who would listen, but I had never heard of her being into tech. Blaze, I personally think that there was no reason to keep your love for programming a secret back then, Angie. Mike, yeah, it wasn't anything bad after all. GG. Ah, well, I just thought it would make me seem weird or something. Hee emoji. Well, my past suspicions are sometimes being confirmed, unfortunately. There are some colleagues and clients at my company that make snarky comments. Emoji. They're just being poo-poo heads, don't mind them. Damn, Mike. Way with words. Blaze. Yeah, we know how skilled you are at what you do. Thanks, guys. I don't know what that's supposed to be. You're gonna have to, like, get close and figure that one out. I'm glad I was able to talk about my hobby with you two back then, at least. That was probably the reason why we got so close in the first place. Can you imagine my surprise, Amy, when Blaze came up to me out of the blue and told me that he knew that I was into programming? Well, hold on. Why do I feel like I don't belong here? What is this? You got the trio over here, the best friend group. Like, I knew you guys maybe one day out of the year. This is just weird. Just keep talking amongst yourselves. What do you need 15 other people in here for? I totally thought he was about to blackmail me, emoji. Blaze. ... Turns out he's just really smart and wanted to confirm his suspicions. His suspicions that what? You like writing code? What? What a suspicion. It didn't make sense to keep it a secret from Blaze and Mike after that. Yeah, God forbid you keep this, like, awesome gift away from the smartest guy in school and then the jock, the timid one. So I just poured my heart out about all the nerdy stuff I couldn't talk about with anyone else to them. Emoji. Bit off topic, but that emoji you use gives me heartburn. Yeah, dude, for real, like, what is that? Mike is right. I don't know what that is. Yes, it looks quite odd. I think it's cute. Anyway, you're next, Mike. You'll be surprised to hear what Mike has been up to, Amy. I barely knew Mike. Actually, I would have said I don't know him. Actually, how about you guess first? I didn't know Mike at all, so I wasn't sure how I was supposed to guess his current job. All I knew about him was that he was into sports back in school. Something with sports? Fuck, something with sports? That's such an obvious guess, though. That's not even a guess. I would have been like, accountant. I knew you'd guess that. Well, no shit. It's prob a bit of weird jump from sports, but I work with animals. Uh-oh. I enjoyed sports in school, but I also really liked biology. See, like, normally I would have been like, yeah, Mike, you work with animals? That's sick. But I remember the warning from the beginning of the game. So, probably fuck Mike. I also always felt less awkward around animals than humans. So I ended up studying zoology and became a keeper. Well, that's really cool. So, you work at a zoo? Yeah, it's really fun. I actually forgot to account for that I'd have to work with other people even when working at a zoo. But my coworkers are really cool, and thanks to them I became a bit more sociable. Which is why I hope I can maybe get to know my classmates properly now. Anyway, I probably wrote too much. Your turn, Blaze. Yeah, fuck Amy, the new person in the group. Blaze's story is probably more interesting. Blaze's. Oh, man. Alright. Blaze, I see. My time has come then. Holy shit, he had that in a notepad ready to copy and paste. I knew early on that I wanted to study and practice law. I figured it would be an adequate challenge and prove to be a fulfilling career path. After some research, I concluded that one of the best options for me was Yale University in the United States of America. It has a fairly low acceptance rate, but I wasn't too worried. Currently, I'm in my last semester. Do you have any further questions? Yeah, Blaze, how about you fuck off? Oh, wait, that's not a question. Can you please fuck off? That sounds great. What is America like? This is why nobody would invite me to class reunions. I thought we were in the United States of America. Now I'm thinking maybe we're like in an Asian country? But I don't know. I guess we'll see. Like, where else do you get a name like Blaze? I feel like I should Google it. Let's see. Blaze name. Meaning. It's French. Meaning lisp or stutter. Notably associated with Saint Blaise, the patron saint for those suffering from throat conditions. Oh. Alright. Well, it's hard to generalize as this is a very big country, but what impressed me was the contrast between the big cities and the more rural areas of America. I also really like spending time at the parks. They're really pleasant. GG. Forgot to ask earlier, but have you made friends there? I'd love to get to know them. Emoji. I don't know if that's what the developer was going for. I don't think they were going for Saint Blaise, you know? The saint that deals with throat issues in France. But, you know, now we know Blaise is a French name. I'm hitting... He's not replying. Blaise did always have trouble making friends because of how unapproachable he made himself. Wait, yeah, he's not replying. That's probably a reply in and of itself. I don't know why I skipped that. But yeah, he's unapproachable. Says GG, emoji. Humph. It's like skipping too now. Humph, I don't need any friends in America. I can just hang out online with you. Aw, that's sweet. Aw, why is it skipping too? It's confusing me. Aw, that's sweet. You know, Amy, Blaise may seem very unfriendly and pedantic, but he's actually very nice. That's quite a word you used there, Mike. He always helped me with anything, if I needed any help, and not just with studying. Yeah, he's a bit of a tsundere. Emoji. Tsundere meaning sour and sweet? Or is it sweet and then sour? I think it's sour and then sweet. What is a tsundere? Yeah, let's pretend like we don't know what that is. You know, someone who seems cold or harsh but gets warm and kind as you get to know them? Emoji. The one who says, it's not like I like you or anything, but Baka, Mike, you are a fascinating individual. You are all the things I don't expect you to be. But alright. I would never say that, says Blaise. Sure, says GG. I wasn't following this conversation at all. The replies just made me more confused. After all, I don't do anything outside of my job. I don't know anything. I'm completely uncultured. Anyway, what about you, Amy? What have you been doing? Nothing as interesting as you three. See, like, this is what I mean, right? Like, yeah, you got a software designer, someone who works at a zoo, and then also, like, some guy who's going to school to be a lawyer or whatever. But, like, who cares? Especially the zoo one. I know a bunch of people who work at the zoo. That's fine. It's like a normal job. It's not anything that crazy. So I don't know why you would look down on yourself for that. I'm working at a convenience store to bridge time until I'm sure what I want to do long term. That's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. Fuck, I spelled convenience wrong. Convenience. Can I click? Yeah, I can. Oh, no, wait, I did it wrong. Jesus, this is embarrassing. Wait, did I spell it wrong? I am totally not oh, I spelled want wrong. I'm working at a convenience store to bridge time until I'm sure what I want to do long term. GG, no worries. I'm sure you'll figure it out soon enough. Yeah. Yeah, it took me some thinking to find out that I want to be a keeper, says Mike. There's no rush. Blaise, I wouldn't recommend wasting too much time either, though. And there goes Gigi with her emoji. But I guess there's nothing wrong with taking your time to make sure that you choose the right career path for you. Exactly. It's like an emoji with a thumbs up. They were a bit of an odd bunch, but they all seemed like very nice people overall. Well, Blaise still seemed a bit stuck up, but I trust Angie's and Mike's assessments of him. They knew him way longer than I did. My stomach is rumbling. Right, I still hadn't eaten anything since coming home. Alright, listen. I can type I can talk, I can read, okay? I will be AFK for a bit. I'll make myself something to eat. See you in a bit. Well, don't you want to reply to this first? Like, they're trying to reassure you and stuff. It's like, oh no, everything's gonna be fine, you'll be fine. I'll be back, I gotta get something to eat. Like, no. Say something else first, and then go AFK. Emoji with a wave. I should get something too. Be back in a bit. Nice. Alright, so I'm assuming that was like the prologue. And now things are gonna get heated up, maybe. Ow. Hit my toe on my desk. A software developer, a zookeeper, and a lawyer. They'd all chosen really interesting career paths. I can't help but feel bad about my lack thereof. Trust me, there's nothing interesting about those three things. You know why? Because they aren't interesting to you. That's really all it comes down to. I have no idea about programming, and it seems too tough for me anyway, so I guess that wouldn't work for me. I'm allergic to animal hair, so zookeeper would likely be out of the question. I'm also not smart enough to become a lawyer. Sigh. What am I good at? Stocking shelves? Oh well, I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe they can give me some tips later. For now, I'll warm up some leftover risotto. Risotto? 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 That should improve my mood. If you're eating that, I think you're doing okay. How late is it now? 3 a.m. There's still some time left until Liv wakes up. I wonder how well she remembers Angie, Blaze, and Mike. Now that I think about it, how come the three of them are still awake? Maybe I should ask them when I'm back at my laptop. Achievement unlocked. Risotto. I kind of want to make a prediction, but I'm worried that I'll be right, so I'm not going to say anything. Here we go. I'm back with food and renewed motivation. Are my headphones broken? The music sounds weird. Oh well, I was planning on buying new ones soon anyway. The music is still listenable, it just sounds a bit distorted. I'll manage. Let's see what they've been chatting about while I was gone. There's also this noise filter on your computer screen, and your reality in general. So that might be something to worry about. Huh, apparently nothing. They probably have their own group chat. Right, I wanted to ask them how come they're still awake. I'm back. Welcome back, instantly. Alright. WB from Mike. Blaze says hello again. I've been wondering, how come you're all still awake? Blaze, it's still early evening here in America, so it's a time zone difference in my case. GG. I have tomorrow off and I usually like staying up late when I don't have to wake up early the next day. I also might have had too much coffee and can't sleep, emoji. I had a late shit at the zoo, currently transitioning to being a night keeper. Shift. That's an embarrassing typo. This is why I tell you to double check your messages before sending them. Hung out with some of the owls. They're chill. I just heard an owl. Not a fan of the scorpions, though. They're active at night and scurry around. Ugh. Jesus. Man. Scorpions. Yeah. I have a story about scorpions. It's the same for me. I also work the late shift and stay up for a few hours after getting home. The main reason why I stay up after my night shift is so that I can chat with Liv before going to sleep. Liv gets up very early, so that is usually the best time to catch up with her online. She probably got Blaze's invitation as well. I assume she'll join as well once she's awake. Hey, I have an idea. How about we each tell an embarrassing secret? That way we can get to know each other better. Blaze, that sounds like a dumb idea, because I'm a smart guy and I do smart things only. Mike, I'm not sure about this. I don't think I'd be able to come up with anything interesting. And I also didn't feel like sharing secrets with half strangers. Absolutely, Amy, you don't want to do that. You don't even want to share secrets with friends. That's what makes them secrets. Even if they are past mates. Even if they are past classmates. Crying emoji. I guess it's fine, says Mike. Please don't cry. Blaze. Alright, if Mike thinks it's okay, then I guess I'll play along. Emoji. No worries, Amy. You can just pass or tell us something general about yourself. We don't know you that well, so that'll be totally fine, emoji. I could never. That's all I'll say. I guess I'll just tell them something random about myself rather than an actual secret. Alright, I'll go first since I proposed it, emoji. You already know about my love for programming when I was at school, so that's not much of a secret anymore. I just can't get enough of these numbers, man. It's all I think about. What a secret. Instead, I'll tell you about something else. This is probably not something unnormal, but I sometimes feel jealous of other people. I guess I don't like this about myself because I don't want to have negative thoughts about others, emoji. This especially happens when people openly share things they're passionate about. Probably because I never got to talk about my hobby openly, emoji. Thanks you for sharing. Well, Gigi, maybe it would have helped if you hadn't kept it a secret, you know? Like, I don't even... Man, you know how cool it would have been to be a programmer in high school? That would have been sick. I used to make stick figure animations and all my friends thought I was awesome. Don't worry, feeling jealous sometimes is normal. Blaze, I agree. How you deal with these feelings is what's important. Though I guess, of course, you know, everyone had a different high school experience. Mine was race riots and food fights. Not the best, but it was fun. Mike, you go next, Blaze. I'm still thinking. Alright then, I'll share with you the worst day of my life. Dramatic pause. Exactly what I was thinking, Mike. This guy is all... He should have been in cinema. I got a C once in grade school. Oh, fuck, Blaze. ... says Gigi. I guess coming from Blaze, this is a big confession. Blaze, you'll never understand my pain. Whatever. I'm next. Thanks for buying Mike some time, Blaze. You loser. Blaze and Angie already know, but it might be a surprise for you, Amy. When I was in school, I did sports and took care of what I ate. But since finishing school, I kind of abandoned sports and am not as careful about eating healthy. So I've gained some weight, meaning I don't look much how I used to. The keeper job is physically demanding, but not enough to level out my love for food. Blaze, I don't think it's really a problem, as long as it doesn't affect your health in a major way. Gigi, yeah, and there are definitely women out there who are into chubby but underneath muscular guys. Emoji. Gigi, he didn't say he was ugly or anything. He didn't say he was unlovable. Why are you bringing up women? He didn't say anything about that. He was just like, I kind of let myself go. And you're over here like, some people will love you. Definitely. Oh, what a dick. Anyway, your turn, Amy. Mike working at the zoo reminded me of something. It's not much of a secret, though. Don't worry, I'll catch up. There we go. I'd never be able to work at the zoo because of my animal hair allergy. And she sneezed. But on top of that, I'm also allergic to iguanas. You can be allergic to iguanas? What is it about the iguana that causes the reaction? How do you even find out something like that, emoji? It's a long story. I'd love to hear about it when we meet in person for the reunion. Whoa, this is real? Anyway, my turn again. I guess I can tell you somewhat of a follow-up to my last admission. There was one time when I felt especially jealous. It was someone I knew who was into sprinting. She was really passionate about it, and it was the topic of most of our conversations. My attempts at changing the topic were usually unsuccessful, emoji. She was really good at running and definitely would have become a successful athlete, but then I hit her in the knee with my bat. It was a bit painful to listen to her speak about her hobbies while openly being reminded that I couldn't talk about my own. But I feigned a smile every time we talked and tried to not let it faze me. Eventually, I had to find a way to vent so I wouldn't explode, though, so I exploded her knees. Well, I did something that I'm definitely not proud of. I ended up putting tacks into her running shoes. Emoji. The emoji doesn't make it any less worse. It makes it worse. Oh. That was unexpected. I always saw Angie as a really kind person. I never expected her to resort to that, but I guess everyone has their dark side. Very true. And it seemed like Angie was regretting it. I guess you do stupid stuff when you're younger. You just do stupid stuff. Blaze. I assume it's my turn then. This time, I'll recount something that might be more interesting to you. Gigi, don't forget to split up your messages so it's easier to read. Alright then, I'll try. When I was very young, I knew someone who went on my nerves more than anyone else. He was lazy, got bad grades, was vulgar, and overall an unpleasant person, and he always followed me around, trying to befriend me no matter how much I declined. Until something happened on a school trip. We had to go hiking on a mountain, and I, being not very fit, hung back. And since the boy, to my detriment, wanted to hang out with me, he hung back as well. He kept passionately talking my ear off about something irrelevant. I don't remember what exactly. Well, he distracted himself so much that he slipped and toppled over the edge. He managed to grab a root that was protruding out of the cliffside. You let him fall, Blaze? Apparently, due to shock, he wasn't able to cry out for help. All he could do was gasp in desperation. The teacher and the other kids ahead of us hadn't heard what had happened and kept walking on. There were several things I could have done at that moment. I could have grabbed his hand or I could have cried out to the teacher. But I didn't do anything. All I could think of at that moment was how little would be lost if the boy were to disappear. And so I continued walking, pretending that I didn't notice. The boy was found dead at the foot of the mountain not too long after. The teacher shouldered the responsibility, as she was supposed to watch us, but I knew that I was at fault. I still remember his face when he mouthed for help without getting a single sound out. Tears in his eyes. Gigi, that's heavy. Dude, you're a murderer. You're an accomplice to murder. Mike, definitely a step up from the story about you getting a C. No, I think they're about the same. Is this really something he should be openly sharing with me? This is very serious. I guess it wasn't like Blaze actively killed him, and Blaze was still young, but that's still a very extreme story. He was still young, Amy? When was this? High school? I guess we don't really know. Did they mention when it happened? In any case, I mean, I could have been 8 years old and I would have been like, oh, fuck, save kid. Alright, then my turn again. My secret is work-related, so please don't tell anyone. Don't want to get fired. Fucking Mike, man. I knew we couldn't trust this guy. Sure. It wasn't like I knew where he worked anyway. Though, I wonder if he should be telling me secrets that could cost him his job. Oftentimes stay late at the zoo, after most of the others have left. The ones working the night shift usually don't notice. That sounds relatively harmless so far. Amy, shut up. You just jinxed the whole story. I'd often skip dinner when staying at the zoo, so I'd get hungry at night. So eventually, the intrusive thoughts started. I'd start wondering what the animals at the zoo would taste like. Did you know that seals look chunky, but their meat has less than 2% fat? Also, lots of protein. There are also indigenous people who eat parrots. Also heard of people eating tigers somewhere. Anyhow, these thoughts are troubling. I see the animals at the zoo as friends and family, and thinking about eating friends and family is troubling. ... Yeah, for real. That kind of weirded me out, did it? The longer this secret sharing is going on, the more unsympathetic everyone seems, and the more uncomfortable I'm becoming. But I guess that's what happens when people start sharing their darkest secrets. It's 4 AM already. I should go take a shower. Alright. I'll be gone for a bit. Fuckers. Alright, never mind. Can't say that. Alright, see you later, heart. Alright, let's recompose ourselves, okay? They were young. They were young. They were young. They did nothing wrong, they were young. Alright, cool. The more I think about it, the more I wonder if what they wrote is true. Mike was not young, by the way. We also don't know what he did. It was just an implication of him eating tigers and stuff, which I don't think you could really get away with at a zoo. But yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I wonder if what they wrote is true. Angie bullied and physically hurt someone. Blaze let someone die. And Mike is thinking about eating the animals he works with. Oh, so he hasn't done it yet. Those are pretty shocking stories. But would they be sharing them with an almost stranger like me? Were they playing a prank on me? Achievement unlocked. You showered. Phew, that was nice. So, do I dare open the chat again? I suspect things have become pretty awkward after those confessions. Also, real quick, that red light up there on the laptop, does that mean the webcam is on? I hadn't noticed that. But I don't remember if that was always on or not. So yeah. I suspect things have become pretty awkward after those confessions. Another thing. The music is like heavily distorted now. Seems like no one had written any new messages since I left. Hey, Amy is back. Whoa. Alright. Can I click on this thing down here? No. Welcome back. Huh? How could they tell I was back? Well, chat doesn't have any online away or offline indication. I volunteer to go next. I'd like to share the aftermath of what I experienced on that trip. Oh, wait. Alright, with Amy being back, how about we continue? And then, yeah, Blaze wants to share the aftermath. Blaze, I trust you're familiar with the concept of natural selection. It's a term popularized by Charles Darwin. The term natural selection is also oftentimes used mockingly whenever someone hurts themselves while doing something unintelligent. Sometimes said unintelligent actions even result in death. Well, that's what makes it natural selection, Blaze. The boy's death I talked about might fit that category. That got me thinking, what if instead of leaving it up to chance, you were to force said natural selection? What would make it less natural, of course? Or which would make it less natural, of course. But if I were to do that, I wouldn't choose the affected randomly. I would use myself as the standard measure and filter out the ones who were, by a big margin, inferior to me. I'd very likely be a good judge of a person's capabilities and whether they are justified in living. So I gave it a go, and was pretty successful. I would research them, come up with a challenge, and warn them of the consequences that await them if they were to fail, and I thought of pretty clever consequences, if I might add. Swimmers who didn't succeed drowned with their arms and feet tied. Singers got their vocal cords ripped out. Cooks were cooked alive. Despite the challenges being rather easy, in my opinion at least, few survived. The ones who did survive rose to new heights. Oh my god. Blaze is the guy from Saw. I forgot his name. The game over guy. Shit, what was his name? Bald white guy. Whatever. Blaze, do you know Buramy, that bowler who became famous for never missing a strike this year? There was also some commotion around him missing 2 fingers out of nowhere. You have me to thank for that. He was to have one of his fingers smashed to a pulp with a bowling ball for every strike he missed. He did unfortunately miss 2. The first because he didn't believe my threat. The second because he was too afraid of what would happen the next time he'd miss. Quitting bowling wasn't an option, of course. He'd lose more than his fingers if he did that. At what point do you just close your laptop and call the police? Smash, smash, smash. Using a bowling ball was a bit inefficient, but it did get the point across. Nice. Mike. A bit brutal, but if it works, it works. Damn, Gigi. What the? What kind of twisted prank is this? I'll go next. This has something to do with the girl who loved running I told you about. Well, putting the tacks into her shoes wasn't the only thing I did. No matter what I did, she wouldn't give up running, and I tried everything. I put laxative in her food before an important race. I'd spread nasty rumors about her, like how weird she smelled when she trained because she sweat so much. Eventually, I found one permanent solution to this problem. I invited her to a secluded part of the school building where no one would bother us, and pushed her down the steps. She wasn't too badly hurt, she'd only twisted her ankle. Fortunately, I'd prepared a sledgehammer in advance, emoji. It was pretty heavy, but I managed to lift it. And shattered her legs. I brought the hammer down over and over. I can still hear the crunching mixed with her screams. Dude, there's that weird emoji again. I loved the look on her face when she realized that she'd never be able to run again. She of course tries to accuse me, but no one would believe her. There was no evidence and I was well liked by teachers and students. So she was called a liar who was jealous of me and probably just got into an accident and tried to frame me. Dude, you did this in school, right? Can I scroll up? You pushed her down a set of stairs at school. There's no... What, they didn't see you carry a sledgehammer into school that day? That was when I got a taste for destroying other people's dreams. Holy shit. I felt similarly ecstatic when I stabbed the eardrums of a composer and peeled off the skin of a model. Ha, I'm getting nostalgic, emoji. Blaze, I can relate. True, very relatable, says Mike. This was beyond being a bad prank. This was sick. Alright, let me tell you a story as well. At the zoo, there was a penguin that I was really close to. Hung out with him regularly, played a lot with him, was really cute. Was probably my closest friend, aside from Angie and Blaze. He also really seemed to like me back. None of the keepers were as close to him as me. Whenever I entered his pen, he'd run up to me right away. He was also always sad when I had to leave. I'd have been very sad if anything ever happened to that penguin. One night, I stays in the penguin's pen. He had convinced me to sleep over. I was watching him sleep peacefully when the hunger came. I did it. I killed him and ate him. Right then and there. Raw. I was crying, but he tasted so good. Then I moved on to a tapper, also one of my best friends. Then a tiger baby I myself had helped deliver. I ate them all while crying, but the sadder their death was, the better they tasted. Eventually, my curiosity transitioned from the animals to my coworkers. How sad would I be if I ate them? How tasty would they be? Emoji from Gigi. Alright, this is screwed up. Very screwed up. They all have disturbing imaginations and I want no part of it. Also, what is up with my headphones? I keep hearing these weird sounds. Oh, right, I just remembered. Amy, was this your address? Location. What the? No? Why would we answer this? Why do you have this? I can't believe we're answering. I made sure to research everyone's address to be able to find a good meeting spot for the in-person event that most people would not object to. Whoa. How about we visit Amy now that we're friends? That sounds like a great idea. I'm a bit far away as I'm in America. It might take me a few minutes. Alright, I've had enough. They're seriously creeping me out. There's no reason to keep talking to them while no other classmates have joined. Maybe we can make a new group chat without those three. A message by Liv. I guess she's awake already. Hey, Amy. What's up, ho? Hi, Liv. Have you also received the group chat invite from Blaze? Blaze? They're planning a class reunion, but they're being very weird. I'm gonna go ahead and assume my very... I mean, it's obvious, right? But they're ghosts, right? An invite? Can't say I got that one. Didn't Blaze say he sent out an invite to all our past classmates? That's odd. I'm pretty sure Liv is going to tell me that they all died in a freak accident or something. But hey, this reminds me of an urban legend I read recently. Oh, never mind? Never mind? It's about some scary group chat message stuff. Let me send you a link. There she goes again with those urban legends and occult stories. You really can't get enough of them. The fuck is this meta bullshit? Twitter.com/RockRackGames, the developer of this game? Not exactly in the mood for scary stories, but I'll humor Liv. Horrifying chat room. Don't click their invitation. A rumor has been making its rounds recently. Some of our readers have reported getting scary group chat invitations from old acquaintances, distant family, and work colleagues. Don't click on the invite links to those chat invitations under any circumstances. Witness reports speak of 3 different ghosts that can be encountered in said chat rooms. A gluttonous ghost that can't be satiated, no matter how much it eats. A ghost filled with regret and jealousy that thrives off of destroying other people's happiness. 3. A ghost that feels superior to everyone and wants to get rid of anyone that it sees as beneath it. These invitations usually appear at night and disappear the next day. If it doesn't disappear, then it's likely a legit invitation. If not, then you've been contacted by these ghosts. If you accept their invitation and keep chatting with them, they can enter your home. To avoid them, you need to ignore said invitation until it disappears. Again, don't click on any chat invite links that you receive at night. Great, man. Someone sent a message into the group chat. We're here. We're here. We're here. Oh, fuck, that's scary. Achievement unlocked. The end. Achievement unlocked. Quick fingers. Alright, so I guess that's the end of class reunion chat room. I thought this game was pretty cool, I guess. I mean, it's really just a visual novel, right? Like, the gameplay is very not gameplay, but that's fine, I don't mind. The story is cool, but it's definitely more predictable than it should be. And it is a slow burn, so I can see why a lot of people thought this game might have been boring in the beginning. That being said, 6 minutes is not enough time to get into this game. I don't even know why they downloaded it in the first place, or why they hated this game so much that they thought they should leave a review. Just seems kind of weird. Whatever. The ghost dealing in chat rooms, things like digital ghosts have always been kind of corny to me. I just never thought like demons on the internet were very scary to begin with. Like, what was that one movie, Unfriended or whatever? Was that even a ghost in the chat? I don't remember. Some of these movies though, that have like ghost chat rooms and stuff like that, I always just found them funny. But maybe if you did live alone, right? You just got back home from work and you're suddenly in this chat room where people are telling you that they eat animals and people, that'd be pretty fucked up. And especially if they have your address, which apparently they do. That's very terrifying. Though I do wonder, these ghosts, they assume the identity of strangers? Like relative strangers? Or like relative acquaintances, I guess? Because you might have known them back then? That just seems odd to me. Like, what is their... Have they automated this? Do they just send millions of these invitations out and they can manage each and every one as well as each and every story? How are they typing so many messages? How are they ready? What kind of what server are they using to send these messages? There's just a lot of things here that I think you just have to forget in order to enjoy. And that's fine for me because I can do that, but I can see why a lot of other people might have issues with that. But yeah, this game is fine and it's free, so I can't really complain. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. If you did, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.